Hold on. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit.
Let's get this shit. What's up, guys? I'm just trying a new video format here, just switching up on y'all. You know, you gotta do that every now and then. So I'm sure most of you guys have heard about the new SpongeBob game that THQ Nordic announced a few weeks ago. A week before the announcement, I tweeted out the obvious that THQ Nordic was going to announce something SpongeBob related soon, and of course they did. They did that on Friday. I don't remember the exact day. So the game's called Cosmic Shake. I was about to say Strike. And it's going to be developed by the same people who made Rehydrated, Purple Lamp. And I think that comes to no surprise that they would hire the same people. So it's going to release on most of the same platforms that Rehydrated did, you know, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. They're just not doing PS5 and Xbox Series X. I'm not sure if that has something to do with the game's budget or I have no idea, but maybe it'll be playable through backwards compatibility. I think the only thing to really be concerned about that is if people are just going to see it and just think, oh, you know, this is an old game, it's on PS4, when really it's like a brand new game. But who knows? Who really knows how that's going to affect the game's future? So this is going to be a platformer, so it's going to be kind of inspired by, you know, the platforming SpongeBob games. All the characters are going to have their original voice actors, and Patrick's going to be a fucking balloon. You know, it's going to include 101 songs from the show, like Sweet Victory, which plays in the trailer. Wow, this really sounds like a copyright nightmare. I mean, how is anybody going to stream this game if they're just going to use music from the show?
Like what these niggas sound like.
Yeah, nothing new. So I'll go ahead and play the trailer in the background. So one thing I'll say is that I think the trailer is amazing. Like, I think it's really epic. I think the animations are very fluid, and I think it's very inspired. I think they really put heart into this trailer, and that's why it's a lot of fun to watch over and over. I think it's one of the best trailers I've ever seen for any of the SpongeBob games, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, it's just a CGI trailer. Even though this is a really good trailer and it's a lot of fun to watch, it doesn't show any gameplay. Everything you're looking at, while it looks ambitious, it looks really cool, it's a fucking CGI trailer. So, you know, looking past all of that, I wouldn't get excited just off of the trailer, because the trailer is there to get you hyped, but we're not actually looking at the game because the game's probably not ready yet. So, you know, that's not something to be worried about. You know, this is just the initial announcement, so you guys get an idea of the overall concept of what you're getting yourself into with this game. And it's not a very original concept at all. We've had Into the Spider-Verse, we've had Crash 4, we've had Rift Apart. None of this is anything new whatsoever, but it is new to SpongeBob. This is not something SpongeBob's ever done before. So as a SpongeBob game, this is something new and fresh, and that's good. We can't really make a lot of predictions. I mean, yeah, you saw at the bottom right, like that fucking pineapple, it looked like SpongeBob's trap house. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, SpongeBob has plenty of lore to explore for this game in both the classic seasons as well as the later ones. The fact that we see episodes like Karate Island and Pest to the West being referenced in this trailer is a good sign that Purple Lamp won't just be, you know, limiting their creativity to the SpongeBob boomers who unfairly shit on everything after the first movie by default. It's good to see that they're acknowledging the rest of the series as well, so that way there will be something for everybody in the game. And yeah, I mean, I've seen the references, the fucking sock and the My Life as a Teenage Gary you just saw there. You know, this Pest to the West right there. You know, it's pretty cool. And you got the SpongeBob's hair from the My Pretty Seahorse. It's really fun. I don't remember a lot of SpongeBob trailers carrying this many references. I mean, that Lights Camera Pants thumbnail on the top right, I mean, that has a reference right there. It is sound ain't big enough for the two of us, but you know, this is the first inspired SpongeBob trailer we've had in a long time. I think all the Rehydrated ones weren't really that memorable, but this one's really good. What I really want to talk about is whether I think this game is going to be any good. There's not really a lot to talk about here, but you guys always ask me to talk about these things. So, like I said, this is just a trailer. It doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. So, If you guys remember Plankton's Robotic Revenge, that game had a fun trailer. Like, the trailer for that game was good, but the actual game was bad. Although ironically, that trailer showed gameplay, and this one doesn't, because the game's probably not ready to be shown. But nonetheless, this is being made by people who care about SpongeBob, so that's a good thing. But I'm not convinced that just because they care about SpongeBob, that doesn't mean that this game is going to be good. After playing Rehydrated, I don't really have high expectations for this game, and that's mainly because, you know, Purple Lamp has made it clear that they're pretty much done not fixing Rehydrated. So Rehydrated is completely out of the question. They're just gonna leave all of the fucking problems in that game. So there's no telling if this game's gonna have problems or if it's gonna be buggy or anything like that. And to be fair, Rehydrated was their first SpongeBob project. You know, I'm not just gonna sit here and be a jerk about Purple Lamp. These people are probably gonna learn from their past mistakes, and now that they don't have all this pressure on them to make a faithful remake to a cult classic from the past, they can now flesh out a brand new game with all sorts of creative ideas. If you guys remember, Creature from the Krusty Krab was very ambitious, but they couldn't really flesh out their ideas the way they wanted to. And you could kind of see that this game is going to try to be ambitious like Creature from the Krusty Krab was, with making these over-the-top ideas and concepts. So that's definitely good. We haven't had something like that in a very long time. Now, one example of Purple Lamp learning from the mistakes they've made, I've complained about them in the past for not including costumes and Rehydrated. Like, I don't know why. It doesn't ruin the game at all. It adds to it, and it makes the game feel more customizable, more personalized. I think it'd be great for everybody, but they never did it. In this game, like it says over here, we're getting over 30 costumes, so they pretty much have listened to that concern, not necessarily from me, but just in general, right? That's fantastic, and I really see that there's a lot of potential for this game. If you think about all the different environments we could explore that we never explored in past games, or in this case, I guess we could explore different variations like the Wild West jellyfish fields or the Halloween rock bottom. These are not things we've ever seen before, so that's interesting. But hopefully, you know, there's a big focus on new stages that weren't in other games, so we can get something that's more fresh. But you guys notice in the trailer here with these fucking glob enemies. Let me see if I could get a good shot of them. These motherfuckers right here, right? They kind of remind me of the globs and globs of Doom, except these guys are purple. They don't look the same, but it kind of reminds me of them a bit. I'm not sure if that game has anything any correlation with this whatsoever, or if it's being referenced or anything. But you know, anyone else notice that? You know, it's just something I kind of noticed. But you know, I do like the fact that we will be fighting knights, cowboys, pirates, prehistoric snails instead of fucking robots again, right? They definitely took a risk by using the momentum of the success of Rehydrated to make something new and fresh, instead of just continuing to make remakes. You know, it's better that it be a standalone game rather than a sequel. If you really think about it, Battle for Bikini Bottom does not need a sequel. And no, the movie game is not a sequel for the last time. Neither is Truth or Square. It never had a sequel. It only had successors and, you know, references and such. That's it. But the point I'm trying to make here is, you know, with the way the game ended, they talk about, oh, there's still more robots to fight. Yeah, you get to roam around and still fight robots. That doesn't really mean anything. There's not really much to take from that story to continue it. So you're better off making a new game. And plus, we know SpongeBob is not story driven at all, and there's almost nothing, like, between the show, the movies, the games, almost nothing is directly connected to anything. So it doesn't make sense to make a sequel to a 2003 game. It makes more sense for them to make a brand new game, right? So hopefully this game, it kind of just like takes the concept, but it makes it very unique compared to Rift Apart and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna sit here and analyze every little detail in this fucking trailer. I mean, all you really need to know is that we're finally getting a new SpongeBob, not some stupid gimmick like, you know, Boating Bash with the fucking Wii shit and the Kinect, or, you know, just not trying it all like the Activision games. You know, this could be the first SpongeBob game that we've had that's actually good in like years. Or it could be a total fucking dumpster fire with shitty game design. We don't really know that. That's why I said I'm not getting excited off of this trailer. It could be trash. At the very least, I expect Purple Lamp to make this game better than Rehydrated. I feel like they have no excuse not to, because they have experience to learn from now, and the game has way more potential than a remake that I feel doesn't really do it justice. But you know, that's a topic for a different video. So that's pretty much all I really had to say. Just make this game as good as you possibly can with the limitations you may have, and please, for the love of God, do not leave a bunch of fucking glitches in the game. Fix a couple and then just leave it, and just like from there you just don't fix anything. Okay, just please give me a functional game. Take as much time as you need. I'm in no rush. I'm not excited for nothing. I gotta see some fucking gameplay, you know what I'm saying, period. So yeah, that's all I had to say, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good day. All right, see you guys.
$100,000. She knows she gangs.